YouTube.
Wait, are we actually live?
Yeah, we are.
It's live.
We're live.
Bum 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 bum. Aman, what up, my dog?
First one in here.
You're my guy.
Oh, he's wow. He's pissed. He's angry.
Oh, it's an angry wow.
Aman the goat.
The goat is fist again? Whoa.
Fist. Okay, all right. Hola, Flying T.
Como.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yeah.
Stay tuned for our broadcast in Spanish at
It's on
10
ESPN
Central Time.
Deportes.
Yes. The Ocho.
I don't speak Spanish, so that's going to be interesting.
I got you.
Okay.
Mi gato es muy blanco.
El gato en mi pantalones.
I'm really confused because we got 3 people in the chat, but it's telling us 0 viewers.
Russia.
Bones is in
It's
there.
Russia.
So that's a lie.
Yeah, we're investigating the hackers. BNU. Oh, Javier.
Oh.
Welcome.
Gonna let
Back with another banger.
let it build up a little bit here. I don't know why it's lying to me about the viewers, because that's completely wrong. Gonna recap last night's game, or we can answer any fantasy any questions at all. Really, we're gonna talk some fantasy. We're all in the same league, so maybe a little shit talk coming. Then we can talk.
Hey, you know who I had in one of my leagues?
Who'd you have?
LeBron James.
Julio.
Julio?
Dropped me 28 yesterday.
Odo had Julio, and I kept telling him Julio sucks
Yeah, but
all night.
Odo had. We have half point in that one. I have a full point in my other one. I got Julio. 28 points.
Yeah, Julio got robbed of that 52 yards though.
Yeah, and he could have had that tutty at the end too.
But was it an incomplete catch?
I thought it was a catch.
I thought it was too, but there was one angle where I saw the ball, like the fucking, like tip of the ball just grazing the grass. I would consider
Grazing
it a
it?
catch. Yeah, I would consider it a catch, but by definition, from what the shitty refs have given us, it was not a catch.
What is Foles taking over for Alshon Jeffrey?
Yeah,
Man?
what is that? Is he playing receiver? Oh, he kind of did actually.
Yeah. Philly.
I see what you're doing, dilly dilly.
I saw that on the reverse when we were over my house. I was like, I saw the
We're
reverse.
already talking
Like,
about the
Philly,
game. We're already
Philly,
talking about the
Philly.
game, so we'll just throw that up there.
Yeah,
No, we'll come back to it.
Yeah,
Let
we'll
it
come back,
build.
come back,
We'll
come back,
build.
I mean, I can go on
No,
forever
come
about
back,
the.
come back, come
well,
back, come
no,
back.
I can go on forever about
come
the
back,
game.
come back.
Amani was a catch.
Bet my life savings on the Texans.
First, the Patriots. You got.
I got them beating.
You
the
got a set of
Patriots, dog.
cojones, my
This is
friend.
Danny Provolone saying, "I agree with you."
The spread is they're getting 6 points. They're +6. That's what I see. Maybe
I'm just talking a straight win,
What's the
okay?
spread?
New England is -6 home against Houston. So if he bet his life savings on the Texans, so he's getting 6 points. If that's the actual line he took, that's a tough one, honestly.
Wow.
So it sounds like we're doing a little bit of mixture here. We're going to talk about the recap, then we're going to talk about spreads, but we'll mix it up. We can go in any order here. I think talking about the refs and the catch is the first thing that comes up. Back to the catch thing. I thought it was a catch. You know what I hate the most is when they don't have enough evidence to overturn something. They didn't actually say that. Sometimes they say it, but then I saw the explanation this morning was that they didn't see enough evidence to overturn it. And the only way I agree with that statement is if usually it's when it's a fumble and there's a pile of guys like surrounding where you cannot see anything. That's the only time where I agree with that.
Who caught that one ball where like his palm, like the back of his hand was like flat against the ground, and then he rolled on top of it, and then the ball moved?
I actually
thought that was a catch too, but I mean,
no, actually I thought that one was a drop. To me, if the ball hits the ground at any time, to me it's always a drop, unless it's like you catch the ball, you got 2 feet down, then you fall down, then you roll around a little bit, then the ball hits the ground, then obviously that's too late. But to me, if a guy was like diving along and trying to maintain it, and the ball skims the ground, even though he's got 2 firm hands on it, to me it touched the ground. So
You just got to firmly grasp it, though.
you really have to firmly grasp it. At the end of the day, Julio should have firmly grasped it. I don't know how he bobbled that.
the final play of the game where he caught that fade, but it was out of bounds.
That was a heck of a
He
catch.
got up.
Yeah, that was
he
a
got
heck
up
of a
there.
catch.
That was a clutch catch, but it was out of bounds.
I think one of my favorite catches, maybe my favorite catch of all time, is Julio's. I think it was against Malcolm Butler, where he just took it from him in midair and just swiped it.
You want to know my favorite, one of my favorite Bears memories, and I know that you're a Vikings fan, so I'm going to bring it up anyway.
Okay.
When Charles Tillman stole that ball from Randy Moss in the end zone
Just took
to
it
win
from
the
him.
game. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, good times.
We had some good times.
We
back
had
then.
some good times back then. But yeah, officiating last night, we didn't like it. I know that. I don't think anybody liked it.
What was it? 236 penalty yardage, and
Yeah,
then
in
there
the
was a
first
bunch
game.
of offsetting penalties too that they didn't obviously count.
Right.
Is it a rule that on every punt there has to be a flag or something? That's what it seemed like, didn't
Well,
it?
they're trying to get rid of it, so it makes sense.
I think the determining factor was the first snap. There was a flag. First snap.
Was it
that's
really?
true.
I didn't even notice.
first
That
snap.
was actually a flag. It was actually a false start.
Yeah, there was a false start on the first play.
Well, that's the ref's fault, obviously.
Yeah, the refs jumped.
Yeah, I don't know. Seemed like a mess of a first game overall. I didn't think either team played well. I was impressed with Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox is one of the best defensive tackles in football, and he was clearly to me the best player on the field last night. But
You know what impressed me yesterday?
what impressed you?
Tell me if I'm wrong. But the corners, Philly's corners looked phenomenal.
Yes,
The corner
they're,
play was unreal.
They had a lot of deflected passes, or was Matt Ryan just not as good as what we usually see him?
Yeah,
at?
he was.
He was kind of sloppy,
Yeah, that is true.
but the corners did have a lot of deflected passes. I'm not going to take that away from them because that was
They
nice.
were up in their business.
Oh yeah, but the corners. If
We got
I had
a
a
fantasy
point,
question.
fantasy question.
Yeah, we have a trade question. We should ask him.
All right, read it
Matt
off.
Ryan.
It says, should I accept this trade? I received Drake, I'm guessing Kenyon Drake, and I trade away Pierre Garcon and C.J. Anderson.
Well, it depends on if you need a running back. I'm guessing you do.
If you need one, I do it.
Yeah, if you think you need a running back, then I'd actually do that. C.J. Anderson shouldn't do a whole bunch.
He's not going to get as much action as Drake.
Yeah, you don't expect Anderson to do much. Pierre Garcon, he completely butchered his name. First off, Pierce
Yeah,
Garcon.
Garson.
That's okay though. That's
all
okay.
right, that's okay.
I think it's just it's kind of a hot take. Maybe a little bit of one. I think the Niners or Jimmy Garoppolo's favorite target is going to be Marquise Goodwin. Garcon is technically the number one receiver, but he does. The reason he gets the money that he does and why teams like him is he probably is the best blocking wide receiver in football, and it's been that way for a while now. So I mean, he does get targets, he'll get some catches, but he's not going to wow. I like Kenyon Drake's game last year. They went out and drafted the Arizona State guy. They went out and picked up Frank Gore. But I still think Drake should get the load. But I guess it's kind of up in the air. But I liked his game at the end of last year. It was very impressive to me. I didn't think too much of him before that. So if you need a starting running back, then yeah.
Do you want to hear my trade that I proposed earlier today?
Let's hear it.
So this guy has Le'Veon Bell, obviously, who's not playing right now.
Right.
I offered him Dalvin Cook for it, straight up. So he's on the fence about it, but it's
interesting.
It's an interesting trade. He's like, wow, that's tough, and I'm like, fucking give me Le'Veon Bell and I'll be happy.
Wait, so I got a question.
Yeah.
Is my Falcons not making the playoffs looking wild still?
You can't overreact.
At this moment, they're the only
It is
team
the
that
first
doesn't. They're
game
the
of
only
year.
team that has a loss. If you think about
you
it.
can't overreact from week one. You can't.
But every
Unless you're
other
a
team,
Bears
Every
they're
year in
the only
NFL.
team that has lost a game this year.
They lost to the defending Super Bowl champs. They did not look good, but the NFC is really good. So I mean, there's a chance the Falcons don't make the playoffs, but I don't think you can say that
Yeah,
after.
you can't roll them out. After
Can we
the first
confirm
game.
this? Does Garcon have glue hands?
I mean, he can catch.
I mean, I think he's part of the sticky
Diggs
bandits.
has glue hands apparently. You see the new Geico
That was
commercial?
a funny commercial.
Yeah, I like that commercial. Did you see? I saw another part of it on Twitter when he was trying to pour himself a bowl of cereal. Anybody see that?
I did not see that.
I didn't know.
It was weird. It was kind of funny, but it wouldn't work as an actual commercial, so I don't know if they'll air that. We had a lot going on in the chat. Hopefully, we didn't miss any questions here. I'm kind of gonna read through it.
Somebody
Falcons,
put
Redskins.
Jay Cutler's better than Matt Ryan. I
That's
know you
something
love
that-
it over
yeah,
there.
That's something I agree with. Flying T.
Jay Cutler won an MVP.
Well,
No.
he could have.
Matt Ryan was pretty bad last night, but I mean, you can't just label Matt Ryan bad. I know nobody. Doesn't look like anybody did here.
You can't label him bad, but you could label Jay Cutler being better than him. It's just clear
Okay.
and obvious. Okay.
I mean,
What was worse though, Matt Ryan or the play calling? That's an easy one. I think the play calling was
The
worse.
play calling was bad, but Matt Ryan, he threw some ducks out there.
The first drive was great by him.
The 50-yard bomb, wasn't that a duck? Wasn't it a wobbler duck? I don't remember. I knew it was a fucking cannon, but
The one that Julio dropped?
yeah. No, he caught it, but it was called back or something. It was a 50-yard. Oh, the one, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent ball. I thought Julio should have maintained
There's
it.
one
Did you see the one where like Julio was like trying to make a move for it and literally just stopped running?
No,
He
I don't
stopped.
remember.
He stopped running and the ball landed like 10 feet away from him. He was like trying to make a move and then he realized this.
I mean,
ball
overall, I
was
thought
terrible.
Julio had a hell of a game, but I think
Yeah, he looks. I mean,
There were
that
some missed
performance
throws.
right
He
there
could have
was
had
better
it
than all
even.
last year.
He could have had a even better performance, and he had a good like game yesterday.
Yeah.
Javier took Ajayi out of his lineup last second.
Let me tell you something,
Right.
Javier. You're a snake.
Your snake. For Ajayi owners, they were probably worrying a little bit. until-
They were using Sproles a lot.
They weren't. Ajayi didn't come in
Surprisingly, yeah.
for a while, and then he's definitely the goal line back. That's obvious, but he's definitely their best back. I think. I was surprised it took them a while to get him in there, but they know what they're doing. They really like using multiple running backs, and I guess it works out. Their offense wasn't too really. I don't think either team was that great, and not even that good. I thought
Yeah,
there was
the only thing that impressed me was the Eagles' defense. Like their
That-
secondary play.
their secondary tackling is an issue though.
The tackling, but the coverage and stuff was nice.
Especially earlier in the game, the tackling.
Yeah.
and
The corner depth they have is insane. Like they don't have an elite corner. I like Darby a lot. On Sidney Jones, I was very high on.
What did he do yesterday?
He played pretty well. He did miss some tackles
Didn't really
early
hear his
on,
name.
but somebody had to come out of the game. Jalen Mills, or they have him too as well. But
Is that the green hair?
somebody had to come out of the game, and they throw Rasul Douglas in there, who was a pretty good draft pick last year out of West Virginia. And the first play gets an interception. That just shows like the corner depth that they have is ridiculous. Like Rasul Douglas probably would be starting on a lot of teams right now. So it is. It goes back to the draft process. I always mention you can never have enough corners, and it really showed for the Eagles last night. I think they could use maybe a top-tier one. I think Darby actually has a chance to be a top-tier corner if he stays healthy, but the depth is tremendous, running back and cornerback. But, really no one impressed me all that much besides Fletcher Cox. He was just – you shouldn't expect anything less from him, but he was so dominant. Big reason why they were stopping short yardage plays in the red zone. That guy's he's just super impressive.
He's a baller, all right. Definitely a baller.
Are you okay with that? You're squeaking a lot.
Yeah, I was just making an adjustment.
Oh, okay. A lot of squeaking. Is Matt Ryan going to continue playing like last year, or has shot to play like he did when he won the MVP? Before the season started, I thought he'd be closer to the MVP season because another year with the play caller Sarkisian, but both of them got to get it together. It's only 1 week, but they both got to get it together, and it didn't look good last night. But I mentioned leading up to this, Week 1 really means nothing in the NFL. You gotta get it's good to get a win, and at the end of the year, you're gonna look back and like, well, what if we won in Week 1? But it tells us nothing about the rest of the year. Usually, there's only a few games where it kind of makes sense.
Quick question: is my mic working?
Is your mic working?
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, we're working.
It's working.
All right.
Okay.
I accidentally hit a button over
Yeah,
here.
you're moving around like crazy over there.
I was just
You're
doing a little.
squirmy.
I was doing a little dance.
He doesn't know what running the ball is. Yeah, that's why
Doesn't really know what goal line offense is.
that first time they were down there, they had third down and what were they on the 2-yard line, closer than that. To me, if you know you're going for it, if you don't get it, if you know you're going for it on fourth down, I'm running the ball. I was thinking Coleman. I'm thinking if Coleman gets the ball twice in a row, if you're on third down, he's gonna get in. But the Eagles are very good at stopping the run, so. I saw Matt Ryan did miss Freeman on a wide open touchdown, though he tried to force it into Hooper, which I think they missed pass interference on the Eagles
Yeah,
there.
that was missed pass interference,
But
for sure.
Hooper, that was a little soft on Hooper though. I don't think he needed to fall down.
He was trying to draw a penalty.
I'm not a
So
Hooper fan.
stupid.
You know,
He's
I mean,
flopping?
I've been bashed by some Falcons fans in the past because I've been trying in my mock drafts, been trying to get them to or plugging a tight end in for them in their pick. I'm not a big Hooper fan. I don't know.
Hoop, there it is.
I think they can for a supposed to be high powered offense. I think they can get a better tight end in there, but that's just my take. Why is that funny?
What?
I saw a comment
What is it?
where I wouldn't. This one. The
If
Falcons
I ever
fear.
received Steve Sarkisian in public, I'd slap the shit out of him. Okay.
Yeah.
What a comment. Love it.
Yeah, he's. I wonder if he's still drunk. Remember,
He's probably, he is a drunk.
he's a drunk at USC. Then he was at Bama.
He is a drunk.
I don't get why How much control does Matt Ryan have? Changing plays and making play calls, making decisions. Like he won an MVP.
He didn't have the
maybe the
freedom to choose to keep his brace on.
They just ran out there and cut.
They
it
ran
right
out there
off.
and went to town on it.
Whose job is that?
saw,
The guy
right?
the guy that carries around the
is
scissors.
that the equipment manager
That
that
just carries the
snipped that
local
thing?
No, it's just the
lumberjack.
scissors guy.
Yeah, the
guy.
scissors guy. He said, "Get the
We need
scissors guy out there."
scissors. We need scissors.
Medic.
This is my time. My time to shine. Just always has the scissors on him. What if he doesn't have the scissors on him? They're in big trouble. All right.
What other
Ridley
questions?
Ridley targeted once and it wasn't even catchable.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I had him on my bench. I knew
He was
gonna
out
get
there.
it.
He was out there though. It's
But
like-
He's
never
out there
got
a
really
lot,
targeted.
yeah.
and the reason so many people liked him as a prospect was like he can get open. Like that's like the number one thing when receivers can't make it in the NFL is they can't get open in the NFL. They can't run routes. He can run routes. He can get open.
I
Couldn't
mean, he's
happen.
no Anthony Miller. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. Mar, we got a question for you.
What's the question?
What color panties
You
wearing?
think Vikings blowing out the Niners?
They should blow him out, but they're not going to blow him out. I think they're much better than them. I saw Xavier Rhodes was questionable. I don't know what that's about.
The only thing that got blown out about that matchup is McKinnon's knee.
Oh, too soon. Too
I
soon.
forgot who it was. Some guy on NFL, whatever show that they have today. He was saying that he predicted the 49ers to beat the Vikings.
I mean,
I was very surprised by that.
if
The roads might be open.
if Rhodes is out, the roads are open.
You need to have the roads closed in order to
And
win the
Mackenzie
game.
Alexander's going to be out too, so it'll be Trey. I think Rhodes will play.
If the roads are open, you can take kids to school.
I mean, the Vikings still got pretty good corners. They got very good corner depth.
But if the roads are open, are you taking the Browns to the Super Bowl?
I'm always taking them to the Super Bowl. I don't have
Does
to
that
leave
make
the
any
house to do
sense?
that.
Makes
I don't have to-
plenty of
I don't have to
sense.
leave the house to do that. Right here. Have you seen Colin Cowherd calling Matt Ryan Andy Dalton?
I haven't seen
I
Colin
have
Cowherd.
not
I
seen
stopped
that.
listening to Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, I stopped listening to him a long time ago.
Guy's out of his mind. Him and Skip Bayless.
Last time I
They're basically
saw
the same
something about
guy.
him is when he was like trying to call out Baker to his face, and Baker made him look like.
Yeah,
an
yeah,
idiot.
that's actually the last thing I seen on
That was the
him.
last thing I seen of him.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he tried to call out Baker to his face, calling him
Baker
like a
just
bad
gave it
teammate,
right back
and
to
Baker
him.
just gave it to him.
Good.
Love Baker.
Love him.
You gotta love him. How many times does he grab his crotch this year on the sideline watching Tyrod Taylor play?
Zero.
Zero?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you
He's
can do it in the
bearded now.
NFL. Anthony Barr did it to Aaron Rodgers. You can do it in the NFL.
How do you think Khalil Mack's gonna grab his nuts for Aaron Rodgers?
Let's hope so.
Why draft Ridley if Matt Ryan only sees 11? Yeah, I guess too good to pass. I actually heard that multiple teams tried to trade up with the Falcons to take Calvin Ridley, and they didn't let it happen because they wanted Ridley. So I guess not only best player available, but they wanted him. But
They probably needed a second weapon because last year Julio was.
And Gabriel's gone.
oh yeah,
MIA.
Sanu didn't do much of anything. He's
Well,
really
yeah,
not-
Sanu was terrible yesterday.
Yeah, so I Ridley.
How many opportunities?
Ridley's
did he
going
get?
to take over that number 2
caught
spot
a
in the
couple, but
future.
it was
Obviously, it
still-
didn't look good after one game, but it's going to be okay. But they're looking out for the future. I guess they know what they're doing when they're. I feel like they have a talented team. They draft good. That's why that's why this sucks. Like if you're a Falcons fan, you know you have a very talented team, and it's just I think it hurts more when you lose games like that when you have so much talent and they can't execute. It's.
Nick Foles just keep rolling, man.
Hey, I mean, he didn't play that great of a game either.
Keep
Wentz
rolling.
is going to be out for a few weeks apparently. And I need him back for Ertz because Ertz on my fantasy team. My only
Foles has
tight
more
end.
catches than Elshon.
Yeah, Alshon's going to
How
be
it
out a
works.
few weeks, possibly.
That's how it works.
Scroll down. Let's see some more questions.
Want me to scroll down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Keanu Neal out for season.
Yeah, that was that.
He went down twice. I'm wondering if he actually tweaked it the first time or actually did it the first time and tried to keep
That
playing.
first one looked more painful when he went down.
Yeah. DeMonte Kazi, actually, a rookie from San Diego State last year, he was very impressive to me. He was the one that had the open field tackle 1-on-1 with Corey Clement. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. That was very impressive. Really, it's good run, but he should have scored on that. You can't let the guy when you have that much room. You can't let the guy attack you like that. It's very hard to do for a safety. There's only a few in the league that I think are guaranteed to make that tackle, and that was very impressive for him to step up.
I think we got a question for you. Here,
Or comment.
Riz, your comment.
Let's see it.
Go look at John Niner. You're a little bit above him.
John Niner.
Scroll down, right there. You're on it. You were just on up, right there.
Only blowout I saw was when Eagle raped Vikings in the NFC Championship game.
It wasn't an Eagle. It was the Eagles.
Eagles.
It was,
It was a blowout. I mean, there's more than one blowout a year though. And I didn't say the Vikings were gonna blow out the Niners this week. I'm saying looking at that's almost.
You said they should. You didn't even say they
I'm
are.
almost bashing my own team there. I'm saying by their talent level, they should
But they're
blow
not.
out the Niners, but they're not going to. It's going to be. I don't know. I'm going to call it a close game. It's week 1. Anything can happen. I keep saying that. Anything can happen week 1. We'll see what happens. I think it'll be. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Bottom line. Can you agree that Matt Ryan is overrated? I don't think he's overrated.
I don't think he's overrated, but he is very hit or miss.
I took a shot every time Chris Collinsworth. Now here's a guy.
You're probably drunk out of your mind. Now here's the guy that
How
I
do you
like.
feel
Nick
about
Foles.
the Texans? Will they live up to the hype? It's a tough one.
I got a hot take on this.
All right, give it to
I
us.
got a hot take.
Give it to us.
I do have the Texans winning the division, but I've been saying this for a while. I don't get every player who tears their ACL. You always hear like, oh, they're never going to be the same, never going to be the same. You haven't heard a thing about that with Deshaun Watson. There's like, oh, everyone's hyping up the Texans saying they're going to do so good. Why? Like, he's the only player I've ever heard that nobody's talking about his injury, ever.
You mean like Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose, he's never going to be the same.
Yeah. Even when he would do
Teddy
games, like, oh,
Bridgewater,
vintage
never going to
Derrick.
be the same. Everyone. It's insane. And why is Deshaun Watson the guy who's just, it's not going to face him? I don't understand.
I think we
So are you
missed a
saying
lot
it's
of
gonna
stuff.
phase
I
him, or
still
is it
think
not
they're
gonna
going to, I don't think their division is competitive. Because I think there's a lot of average. I think they're the clear-cut best team in the division.
Oh, I like the Texans, but that offensive line
Besides,
is the only thing that.
the Jags are probably the. I don't know.
The Texans secondary scares me. I don't.
I don't think.
They got Tyrann.
I don't think Matthews
like,
is as good as people
Yeah,
think
he might.
is.
I think he's overrated, but I like
Yeah.
his game. He's
Yeah.
good, but
Is he playing corner or safety for them?
Safety.
Is he?
Yeah.
They had a couple guys go down too. Kevin Johnson needs to step up, or he's actually one of the guys that went down. And you can air it out on the Texans. I mean, they're fortunate that good division, but the Jags and Bortles, are they a team that's going to air it deep? No. Mariota and the Titans, are they a team that's going to air it deep? No. They can beat you other ways. The Colts actually could air it deep, so maybe they struggle with the Colts a little bit compared to the other teams.
With
Which
Jacoby Brissett though.
Jacoby
Jacoby.
Brissett might be the best backup in football.
No, Chase Daniel. I
Yep,
don't know.
definitely.
Jacoby Brissett's
Pats
better than Chase.
have no
Daniel.
wide receiver core. Yeah, tell me something I
But
don't
does
know.
Big Tom need a wide receiver core?
Yeah,
I don't
he-
think
I mean,
does.
Gronk. He
He
considered
makes a way out of no way.
He does like the white receivers though.
combine
Questionable.
receivers with tight ends. Who's the best in the NFL? Is it Gronk or is it Antonio Brown, DeAndre? I would pick Gronk.
Healthy, I'll take
That's
Gronk.
tough.
Yeah, I take Gronk.
I don't know what I would do.
Gronk is a mismatch no matter what
Yeah,
defender you put on.
No matter
him.
how much film you watch on him, and you see how slow he is running across the field, you still can't stop him.
Yeah,
There's no way.
He's massive. He's massive, and
He's great after the catch. too.
he's great after the catch, and he's one of those few like big guys who actually use their body like how like there's so many big guys that just like they don't use their body, they don't use their body and their skill set does not work hand in hand, but everything he just uses everything just perfectly. Boxes out everything. He's
Antonio
just insane.
Gates in his prime or Gronk?
Oh,
I like Gronk better.
You like Gronk better?
I mean, he's got to be healthy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gronk is the most dominant tight end of all time. I think. I mean, we haven't. You can't say he's the best tight end of all time because he doesn't have the numbers. He doesn't have as many seasons healthy. But I think he's like the most dominant.
I want to see him on another team. I'd be so curious to see Gronk.
I think he's
play
good on
another
any team.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. But
Some people, because
I would
Brady
like to
makes
see
bad
that.
guys look good, but I don't think it applies for Gronk. But maybe people think.
yeah, that's why I'm just curious.
Obviously, nobody thinks he's bad, but I don't know.
And if you do, you're wrong.
Matty Ice overrated. It wasn't a good game for Matt Ryan, but it's one game. I think a lot of people need to relax a little bit. I'm more in the mood to bash the play calling because that was a reenactment. He had another chance at it, and they did the same thing. It's just
They got a little
unreal.
help with the penalty at the end of the game though. So
Yeah, I don't think that was a penalty. They
Yeah.
just had to throw one more in there. They had to throw one more in there. They had to.
Can I share some stats real quick from that game?
Wait,
let's
can
hear it.
I just read a quick comment while he's pulling up the stats?
Yeah, go for it.
Go scroll down a little bit, Mark. Right there. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, Steve Sarkisian has a higher alcohol level than red zone scoring percentage.
That's true. Very true.
Can one of you say Sarkisian will be fired 3 times for me? Thanks. No, not me. Not hearing it from these lips.
I mean, he could be fired
I'm gonna
early
go with
in
my
the season.
stat here.
All right.
So the Eagles had 232 total offensive yards. The Falcons had 299 total offensive yards. Do you guys know what the penalty yardage was for the game?
Sure.
236 yards. There was 26 penalties called in that game, and that's not even including the offsetting penalties that they called. That's pretty bad.
It's ridiculous.
That's
My
the
God.
refs actually.
What's gonna
dictating that
happen on
game.
Sunday?
I mean, granted, yeah, it was the first game of the year, so obviously there's going to be a little bit more penalties than usual. But there were some penalties that were called that did not need to be called for sure.
Yeah. Okay, do you see this right here? Ramsey said Gronk isn't as good as people say he is. Why? He isn't dominant against cornerbacks, but Jalen forgets. Jalen Ramsey just needs to shut his mouth and just play.
Gronk is dominant.
Until he's consistently proven himself, he needs to shut his mouth and play.
Yeah, but you see a lot of corners do that. They'll have that one big year and then
One
they'll-
big year and you can go yap away.
That's what corners do. man.
Jesus.
That's what they do.
Who has a bigger game?
Me.
You don't know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that.
More or
Javier,
Gallup?
expand.
More DJ Moore or Michael Gallup?
I'm going to go DJ Moore.
What was that noise?
Yay!
It's Pete.
I think we're having a late arrival to the party.
Late arrival.
Trouble's coming.
Trouble.
That's loud.
Should we just pretend we're not live and see what he says when he walks in here? Like, what's up, fuckers? No.
So yeah, DJ Moore and Michael Gallup are playing each other.
Jalen Ramsey is the best corner right now.
I would say DJ Moore.
I would disagree.
You're disagreeing with what? I'm still on the Moore
Yeah,
Gallup.
and I already said DJ Moore is going to
DJ Moore's better, but Gallup. No, I think Hearns will be their number one right away. DJ Moore, I like what Funches has been doing. He's been picking it up, but DJ Moore, honestly, is their best receiver right away. It's my opinion, but Moore is the safer start. But the Panthers defense, the Panthers secondary could struggle more than people think. So Gallup could do well against that, but Moore is definitely the safer start. Jalen, the best corner
I disagree.
right now, low key. That's not really low key. I think most people would say Jalen Ramsey's the best corner. There's a few you can argue. I think last year Xavier Rhodes was the best corner. I am a Vikings fan, so maybe that's bias.
No, that's literally who I'm a Bears fan, and I would say that.
But you can say Jalen Ramsey going forward. He's got him beat with age. I mean,
with
Rhodes
age, and potential.
Rhodes is still in his 20s, but yeah, Ramsey's got him beat with like you said, potential. Every corner is a big mouth. Yeah, when did that start all of a sudden? It's like
Richard Sherman started that.
It had to have been before that.
Yeah, but it's really gotten going. Like, you see them at the Pro Bowl, all the corners at the Pro Bowl were like yelling at each other, like, no, well, basically it was Ramsey and Casey Hayward. Rhodes was just laughing at him, but
Yeah.
a lot of the corners are like really going at it, like, no, I'm the best, and they're shit talking each other. It's kind of makes things interesting. That's like corners like a bigger topic than quarterback now because of that. It's kind of nice. There's who's gonna? I was thinking yesterday, like watching the Eagles, like last year we didn't. I meant to talk about this a little earlier, kind of a little off topic. I was talking about Fletcher Cox, but nobody really expected the Eagles to be the Super Bowl winner before the season, right? So, but like guys like Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, those guys were known as good players, but they weren't as good as they were last year. So who's going to be that team? I think D-line's the most important. Like, who's going to have those good defensive line players this year that end up being great? Because
I think I know the answer to that.
I think I know the answer.
I know you guys answer. Why
Maybe somebody got extended today. You know what I'm saying?
I meant to talk about this
Eddie
earlier
Goldman?
because
Eddie Goldman.
Eddie Goldman.
Eddie Goldman.
Eddie Goldman. Oh yeah, Eddie Goldman got
Eddie
the
Goldman.
You got an extension today.
Well, there you go.
Did you see in his press conference?
No. I didn't.
Akeem Hicks was like sitting in his press conference, and then like somebody asked him a question about Akeem Hicks, and he just like was just smirking the whole time.
Was it Akeem Hicks asking?
I don't know.
question
I don't-
About Akeem Hicks?
I was just watching the interview, and I realized after when I saw a picture put up of
There's
it.
Pete.
Hey Pete, what's your thoughts on the game yesterday?
Trouble's coming.
Hey,
Trouble's coming.
We gotta get Pete the mic.
Give him the mic. All right,
Recap the game. Just
recap the
break it
game and
down.
your thoughts.
Well,
Let's hear it. We got
only-
Pete here, guys.
I only
we're waiting for you.
really.
Yeah.
I saw like the end of the first half, then I saw the whole second half.
And what did you think?
so second
Yeah.
half recap.
It was an ugly game. Everyone was complaining that it was just a bad first game, but then at the end, everyone was saying it was a good first game. But
What is going on?
but yeah, I just thought that both teams looked really sloppy. Just you could see like Matt Ryan and Julio Jones were not on the same page.
Julio had a good game though.
You did have a good game, but like you could see like their timing was off. Some I know he's tired and he was carrying the team, but it looked like some plays he was kind of taking plays off almost with his routes. I don't know what was wrong with Matt Ryan. People were saying like maybe he's hurt or something, but I don't know about that.
Do you think he continues to play at that level, or you think he picks?
No,
up
it'll definitely get better.
You think he's gonna peter off?
I don't know what that means really. But yeah, two great defenses though. Give him that. Nick Foles kind of struggled too as well. So
You think it was more the quarterback struggling, or the defense is playing that good?
a little bit of both.
I think it was more quarterback struggling.
Think so.
Well, I mean, Fletcher.
Oh,
I
whoa.
already mentioned that Fletcher Cox was the most dominant player on the field. I thought the corners for the Eagles played well, but not really tackling downfield. I don't like their tackling, but yeah,
Get going over
a
there.
lot of
Pete.
noises going on here.
Pete, get going over there. Here, everyone. Shh. That's nice. Nice.
For the Bears fans, what's the ceiling for Trey Burton? You're gonna get an unrealistic answer.
Oh, you're
In
gonna
3,
get the most
2,
realistic,
1.
unbiased answer here. No, I'll give you a serious answer. Trey Burton is a lot more athletic than people think.
He's an athletic tight end. We know
No,
everybody
I
knows
think
that.
he's more athletic than even you think. Like you're not a Bears fan, and you would consider him an athletic tight end, right?
Yeah.
I think he's a lot more athletic than people give him credit for, and I think that he's just gonna look a lot better in a Nagy system than he would if he went like elsewhere.
For him having a quarterback mindset too, wasn't he a quarterback in college?
Yeah.
I don't watch college, so I don't
Florida.
know. But
I mean,
but
he's
there-
1 for 1.
so I was listening to a press conference today, and they said that over this past summer they threw 5 years worth of playbook at Trubisky in the offense, and they were saying that how the only two people who have picked it up the fastest were Trubisky as well as Trey Burton. So him having a quarterback mindset and an RPO, I think that's going to be very helpful for
And
him.
he's in a perfect system to succeed.
Yeah. He played a nice game in preseason. He had a nice touchdown.
We
Nice
missed some
touchdown.
questions back here. What do you guys think how well Mahomes does week? What? That's like a question by Charlie Kelly. This week, Mahomes with Joey Bosa out. You know, I think Mahomes will be pretty solid every week.
That's
I
my
don't think
Mahomie.
there's like didn't Peter Schrager pick the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl? Like, where the heck did that come from? I don't know. I don't think the Chiefs will be that good. I don't think Mahomes will be that good, but he'll be good. I'm confident in him. Joey Bosa's out, so that helps. But that Chargers defense is still
Wait,
very.
he's out of the. He's not playing.
He's gonna be. It's not confirmed yet, but he's gonna be out. He's in a walking boot right now. But they still got
What
Melvin
did he
Ingram.
do?
Tweaked his foot, ankle. I don't know.
Wow.
He's got to get out there.
Wow.
Somebody says Texans secondary is garbage, but can still beat the Pats. I mean, it's gonna be a shootout. It's whoever scores more points is gonna win. How's that for a hot take?
I mean, you gotta score more points than the other team to win football games in this league.
I don't know about what other league you're talking about, but that's absolutely correct.
There's Falcons Fury again.
He's back.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's back.
he's been active.
Great.
He's been very sexually active in the chat.
In the community.
Who was our first guy here? Who was that?
Amon
It was
or
Amon.
something?
Amon's always first.
Yeah, mine was in here like a minute in. He could be a Russian bot. We
He
have
was
no
in
idea.
before it started.
That's true.
He must
Yeah,
have
we
the
were hanging out.
notifications. Must have the notifications.
He's part of the notification squad.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man. Tyrann Mathieu on Gronk. That wouldn't go
Would
good
not
for
be
Matthew.
good.
Yeah, I think Gronk would put him on his bum.
Yeah.
Philip Dorsett's greater than Gronk. Okay. Was that Amon? No, it was Flying T.
Thank God it wasn't him on.
Yeah, we're a little behind on the chat here. This was way.
Let's catch up. Do some skipping. Yeah, do some skipping.
We're gonna skip.
Skip all the way to the end. Here we go.
I see a Bears one.
I love it.
Oh, it's Bears Vikings. Who will have a better D line, Bears or Vikings? D line. The Vikings have a better defensive line.
Who's got a better linebacker core though?
The Bears
Right
do,
here.
but
Right here.
okay, you could make this argument for the D line. Okay, the Bears play a 3-4. The Vikings play a 4-3. So the Vikings should have a better D line. The Bears should have a better linebacker unit. The Vikings will actually play with 2 linebackers most of the game. It's that Zimmer defense. A lot of defensive backs. They'll start with the 4-3, but so I mean when they have the 2 linebackers out there, Barr Kendricks is a pretty good duo, but the Bears do have a better linebacker unit. I think the Bears probably have the best linebacker unit in football.
I saw a thing today that apparently said the Broncos have a better linebacker unit than the Bears, and the Bears are number 2.
James Harden, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, hashtag MVP, hashtag
FTB.
FTV is a new subscriber to
Love
the
it.
channel.
Love
Welcome. Thanks for the sub.
Welcome.
Nobody has donated yet. We don't expect it to happen. It's not required, but there is a nice sound effect that comes up.
Make yourself comfortable.
Danny
there,
Provolone.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
James. Love the name. Nice and long. Really like it.
Yeah, just keep us reading, huh?
Back to more questions.
Yeah. When's the face reveal? Jared.
It's supposed to be 10K. It might have to happen earlier than that.
Oh, yeah. We're thinking 10K. Probably will happen before.
Our
that.
setup isn't too clean right now. We got to get it cleaned up a little bit.
And we like to do this pantsless, so we got to get out of that habit.
We got to make sure the table covers.
Right. The table has to have proper coverage.
What kind of coverage? Zone?
Cover
Yes.
2. Cover 2.
Cover 2?
Cover
Tampa
two.
2?
You guys talk about. Do you guys talk about how the last play of the game yesterday looked exactly like the last play?
Well, yeah, I was saying it was a reenactment.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was exactly the same. Except the first time the ball was overthrown. This time it wasn't really overthrown. Just great play, getting Julio out of bounds.
Trey going to throw tutties?
No, Trey's not throwing any tutties.
Trubisky going to kiss titties? No, nobody asked that. I'm asking. that.
Trubisky, he's already been smooching.
Chicago special.
Chicago's special.
I'm excited to watch
They're going to call Lou Malnati's. That's what they're going to call
the
it.
RPO. I'm just excited to watch the RPO for the Bears. We'll see how much they use of it, how well it works. It's fun to watch, let me tell you. In the NFL, it's fun to watch.
How about Chris Collinsworth thinking every single play action pass is RPO?
RPO. Oh, you had to
Like,
break it
doesn't
down every
run-
time.
Like what? Just a play action pass.
It's what it is.
We had a whole segment with him. It was nobody likes that guy.
Yeah, I think everyone's annoyed. Finally, we got rid of Gruden. Finally, now we got to get him out of there.
I mean, I was fine with Gruden, man.
yeah, you were fine, man.
How about that
What do you think
green
of
zone?
Houston's front seven? I like the front
I don't
seven.
like that at all. Can we talk about that?
What?
That was giving me a headache the whole time.
What?
The green zone.
The green,
Green, like the first down.
the first
mark.
down thing.
So
I
what
kept
the
thinking
space-
Space between how many yards they had to gain to the first
Oh.
down.
just
that
give
what
me
that
the
was?
yellow line and call it a day.
They should just do that in the entire field so that.
Yeah, that was NBC was doing something weird. And then
What are you
beginning
doing?
Of, Notre Dame Michigan game. NBC had something weird going on. It was throwing me all off, and then they fixed it.
Yeah, get rid of it.
When they had during the Notre Dame game, they had like when it says 1st and 10, it was like bright yellow. So I thought there was a flag constantly. Corner of my eye, I thought it was a flag. So NBC needs to get it together this year. I don't know what they're doing. Get it together. Let's see what else we got here. I kind of want to talk some spreads, see what we got, but
Spread eagle.
I don't want to miss any good questions. Oh, James Harden's broke. That's all right. We don't require anybody to donate.
that's right. I'm
I
broke
just-
too.
Yeah. Jalen Mills, the best corner of all
All
time.
right, you're out of your mind.
Okay, all right. Mills is still better than the trader Boye. He's not.
Jets have the best secondary.
They got a pretty good second.
I mean,
it's definitely not the best.
No, they have a good ceiling. Very good ceiling.
Jamal Adams, I like a lot. Was a big fan of him.
I like
coming out
what's
of
his
LSU.
name? What is it? Taylor May or what's his name?
Marcus May.
Marcus May.
Taylor May.
Is he a basketball player?
No,
Taylor made the golf.
See, RPO
USC
stands
old
for
safety
play
to
action
make it-
pass.
Texans first, Jags second,
Real
Colts
play.
third, Titans last. Pete, what do you think about that?
No.
No.
That's why, Pete.
Just no. I can
No?
tell you why.
Who emerges number 1 in Jags? Cole? Question mark. Who's the one who tore their ACL?
Titans got okay. Now he fouled up. Titans got a good roster. It's just coaching. Their coaching just got better this year.
I mean, Vrabel's yoked.
Yeah. He runs.
I'm gonna say
He
it.
runs sprints on the field before the game starts.
Yeah, he's on the. He's gonna have. I heard he's having a bench press on the sideline.
Probably, yeah.
As he's calling the plays, he's gonna be ripping out the bench.
Back to that Jags question.
Okay, yeah,
What was it? Keelan Cole? Is he the number 1 guy?
yeah.
It's actually tough. I forgot they had Moncrief too,
He sucks.
and they draft. Yeah, I mean
He's trash.
he does drop the ball.
He's bad.
They got Westbrook.
Moncrief.
They got Westbrook. They got DJ Chark.
Should the Jags sign Dez? Jared,
They should.
send it in. The guy from the Colts tore his ACL. Who?
Which guy?
Yeah. Be specific, please.
Will
Be-
Ezekiel Elliott be number 1
Hmm.
rushing in the NFL?
No.
If not, who?
Maybe.
Hey, I got a hot take. You want to hear his hot take?
What's the hot take? Is it about Zeke?
No, it's about Chris Carson.
Chris Carson, he's going to lead the league in rushing?
No, top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
But what if they drafted Penny in the first round? What if
No,
they
I'm
just,
saying top 5, and I'll say not just rushing, like all-purpose yards.
well, he's not really
No, you
A
you
pass
heard it here-
catcher.
You heard it here first.
I have him in my fantasy team, but I'm not starting him this week. Is that a mistake?
Yeah, I would start him. I'm starting him in my other league.
Chris Carson, interesting. Zeke could
What's
lead
his
the league
name?
in
Penny
rushing.
has like a broken finger or something.
Deion Jones, best linebacker in the league? No.
Oh yeah, Deion Kane tore his ACL.
No, he tore his act.
that is correct.
He tore his act.
All right, back to the Zeke, though. Forgot about Zeke. He could lead the league in rushing. They had the best offensive line in football. David Johnson, if he stays healthy, definitely could. I'm for Todd Gurley or Le'Veon Bell being the actual best running back in football, but will they lead the league in rushing? Le'Veon Bell, probably not if he's going to miss some games. Those are the guys that come to mind. Dalvin Cook was leading the league in rushing before he got hurt, so if he stays healthy, there's another guy.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Best running back in the NFC North.
Best running back in the NFC North.
I don't want to hear it.
I
I don't want to hear it.
It's Dalvin Cook.
That's you're out of your mind.
It's Dalvin Cook.
You're out of your mind.
In today's NFL, it's Dalvin Cook.
How can you say somebody who hasn't even played a full season?
Someone said Deion Jones, best linebacker in the league? Question mark.
It says or Wagner.
I like
Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner's an animal.
Bobby, were you talking about middle linebackers? Because
I
well,
think so because
Deion-
someone said no. Luke is the best linebacker.
I think we're talking, yeah, I had middle linebacker rankings at one point. I believe it won. I don't believe. I know I had Bobby Wagner 1. I had Kuechly at 2. 3 is C.J. Mosley. I think the top 3 is pretty clear. And then I had Kendricks and then Deion Jones at 4 or 5. Top 5 is pretty solid.
Parth coming in close.
Parth, I'm with you there, buddy.
Jordan Howard.
I just think okay, listen to me here.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook can be the best running back in the North, but as of right here, right now, it's 100% Jordan Howard, and there's zero
Well, in
debating.
the past, it was Jordan Howard, but I
No, like from right.
I know
right,
what Dalvin
starting
Cook's
this,
capable of in terms of.
but he hasn't even played a full season.
He's played half a season. He was leading the league. in rushing.
Barely.
Yeah.
You can't even say someone's the best quarterback in a division if they haven't played a full season. At least a season.
Okay, he's going to be the best.
Is the best quarterback.
Yeah, and by that
NFC
standard,
North,
If
Trubisky.
Dalvin Cook is healthy, he's going to be the best running back in the NFC North. How about that?
that's a big if. But who is right here, right now? It's Jordan Howard.
I mean, right here, right now, if I'm making my team, not
No,
like,
not making your team. Who is the best running back in the North right now? Jordan Howard.
it's Dalvin Cook.
He's saying based on last year's.
You're talking about okay.
Career, like
Who'd you say was going to lead the? Who did you say was going to lead the league in rushing this year?
lead the league in rushing? It's probably going to be Zeke.
Jordan Howard.
Okay, who's the best running back in the NFL?
In the NFL, I would say like Le'Veon,
Todd Gurley.
Okay.
Le'Veon or Gurley.
But Zeke's going to lead the league in rushing, so how is he not the best? Jordan Howard had more yards than Dalvin Cook.
Because Le'Veon's like a dual threat.
Dalvin Cook is
I don't think Zeke is a dual threat.
no, but Dalvin Cook catches the ball out of the backfield. That's his expertise. That's what he does.
Yeah, but he hasn't played a full season.
Dalvin Cook, if I'm
He
taking
still his ceiling is through the roof. I'll give you that. It's through the roof. But like as of right here, right now,
I'm taking Dalvin
there's
Cook.
no way he's the best running back in the North.
I'm taking Dalvin
It's not
Cook.
moving forward. It's right here, right now.
It's not the pass. It's right here, right now. You say Zeke's going to lead the league in rushing, but you think Le'Veon Bell's better. It's the same idea. Jordan Howard's played more and done more because he's played more, but Dalvin Cook's just better.
No, but Jordan Howard has had a better. If we're gonna throw in like Jordan Howard's first year, we'll compare Jordan Howard's first year to Dalvin Cook's first year.
I'm taking Dalvin Cook because I know he's capable of because just scouting him as a draft prospect, I know what he's capable of. I mean, he was having a heck of a season last year. He catches the ball out of the backfield maybe better than anybody in the league, and that's going to be his second year, but not really. I don't know. If he stays healthy, I think he's better. I don't know. I like Jordan Howard, though. He's good.
Somebody said David Johnson is the best running back in the NFL when healthy.
He could be.
Can be.
Cowboys DB is going to eat come Sunday. They got a bunch of, they got talent, but they got a bunch of guys that are like, what position are they?
All right.
I'm feeling frisky.
Too much drink, actually.
Too much drink, yeah.
Starting to kick in.
Best wide receiver in the AFC East.
Best in the
That's a
East.
tough one. It's pretty bad.
Who's the beast in the East?
It's
Oh man, my God, it's really bad.
it is really bad.
Wait, what are we doing? Best wide receiver?
In the AFC East? It's
My God, it's terrible. I'm just thinking about it.
Wait,
AFC
Edelman. East.
Yeah, Julian Edelman's probably the best receiver in the AFC East.
Amendola.
Yeah, but he
The Dolphins?
PEDs.
what for Edelman?
Edelman.
Yeah, I can't really think of Chad Hansen.
James.
Chris Hansen.
Robbie Anderson.
Oh yeah, I'll say Robbie.
No,
Give me
it's
Robbie.
Edelman.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's Edelman.
Yeah,
Devontae Parker?
that's Edelman.
No.
He's just been disappointing.
Devontae Parker's.
He's
He's what I find in the trash can.
Y'all sleep on Amir Abdullah? No, actually, I think Lions fans sleep on Amir Abdullah.
He's the next Barry Sanders. You see that?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, you're out of your mind, Robert.
You see the Lions have at running back? LeGarrette Blount, Amir Abdullah, Theo Riddick, and they drafted Kerryon Johnson. Who's
you got to hit on one of them.
Who's gonna play? Yeah, you gotta
Somebody
play
says
Kerryon
Robbie
Johnson.
Anderson.
Knowing the Lions will not hit on a single one of them.
Kerryon Johnson's gotta be
Yeah,
good.
'cause
He doesn't
they're
really have the
Lions.
speed, but best defensive player in the AFC North. It is. I'm trying to. I gotta think real quick.
What is that?
Best defensive
AFC
player
North.
in the AFC North.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's going to be Myles Garrett,
Yeah.
but right now,
Right now.
Myles Garrett.
I don't know. That's tough.
It's. I'm trying to think here.
I mean,
Cameron Hayward's very good.
yeah.
Cameron Hayward probably. I'm trying to think. The Ravens
Stephon
guys
Tuitt's
are.
pretty good. as
Ravens
well.
guys are kind of getting up there in age.
CJ Mosley's pretty
CJ
good.
Mosley. Yeah, I think it's CJ Mosley.
For the Bengals.
Oh
yeah,
my God, we
Carlos-
forgot
Carlos
somebody.
Dunlap,
It's
and you got
Geno Atkins.
Atkins.
It's Geno Atkins. Geno Atkins is the best defensive player in the NFC North. Next question:
Apologies.
Is Jay Clowney going to be the defensive player of the year this year? I don't think so, but he could be. Elite run stopper from the outside linebacker position. Needs to get some more sacks, more pass. Are you okay over there?
I'm having an attack.
What are you drinking over there? Wait, don't say it. We're not getting paid by him yet.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
A little bit of this.
I'm
a little bit
just
of
drinking a little bit.
Okay. Jimmy Smith's suspended, so I guess it really
Definitely Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis, best wide receiver in the NFC. I'm fishing for Collins here, people. Is
Julio
it?
Jones.
Yeah, it's
that.
got.
Blair
It's,
Walsh's legs or Gordon Hayward's legs? I'm gonna go with D Rose's knees on that one.
Oh, I'm
I'll
gonna go with
take-
your legs.
I'll take Gordon Hayward's leg. Eli Manning gonna throw 35 plus touchdowns this year? No.
Not a chance.
I want to look at some spreads.
Yeah, let's spread eagle here.
Spread eagle.
Use that one, Ruby.
No, Pete.
I should have opened up the. I should have brought up the internet page with Mariucci again. Brought up the internet. I said page.
On the line.
With Steve Mariucci.
All
Yeah,
right.
we have that segment this week.
Not this week.
All right. I just want to look at. We're using ESPN. Probably not the best.
Yeah, we're not paid by them, by the way.
Yeah.
Should be.
Steelers at Browns. The Steelers are -4.5. Anybody taking that?
Well, obviously, I picked the Browns, so I can't take that.
I mean, you can take the Browns.
Yeah, no, because I took the Browns in my pick'ems, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, I'm not doing that.
That means you put money on the Browns.
Yeah, you picked the Browns to win.
they can
so-
lose.
No, I'll put money on the
You're making us look bad here. How many drinks did you have?
Too many.
You think the Browns are gonna win?
No, they're winning.
Okay, so that means you put money on the Browns because even if they lose by,
I'm not in a good place right now.
okay, we're not gonna ask you anymore.
Don't ask me the actual questions I have to think about because I can't really think at the moment.
Okay,
But the Browns are winning.
the
Oh,
Browns are
boy.
winning.
I finished Hard Knocks last night, and
So now the Browns are definitely winning.
They always, it's so funny. They always hype up the team, make them look so good, and then they always disappoint. So,
So the Browns are gonna get blown out, is what you're saying?
yeah,
Would you take the Steelers -4.5, even
Yeah.
if Le'Veon? You're gonna take that?
yeah.
You're gonna make the call?
Connor? James Conner?
Connor, yeah, you can do it. They got two. They got.
Connor strong.
But did you see the weather? It might rain. Oh, what is that? It might
Look at-
rain and 66 degrees.
They got a lot of weapons out there.
Can I excuse myself?
Yeah.
I gotta go blow my nose.
Okay. What is this turning into? You got to get out of here.
Psycho.
Alrighty. What does the chat have to say about that? People are probably leaving.
No, I just gotta blow my nose.
What do you think about Blake Bortles this year? I picked him in the 6th round.
Not a good choice.
Yeah, that was
Barkley's thighs or Jimmy's good looks.
Barkley's thighs.
What?
Barkley's thighs.
Oh, okay.
We're going back to questions. Most touchdowns: Will Fuller, Adams, or Odell? This week or for the season? That's the question. I mean, Odell's the safest. If it's this week, he's playing the Jags, though. I actually think the Giants will win that game. Devontae Adams gets a lot of touchdowns with Rodgers. So that's actually tough. Will Fuller definitely last out of that group, even though I like Will Fuller. He seems to be hurt a lot. So Odell's definitely the safest choice. Even if you're telling them this week they're playing the Jags D. I'm gonna find some good lines here. We'll see what to bet on.
Titans, Dolphins.
I'm back, guys.
You're back? You okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Colts are, I think all of us picked the Bengals in the pick'ems, and the Colts are -3. Not that I wouldn't touch that one because I don't know what's going to happen,
Oh, I'd touch it.
but you're going to touch it?
No.
Okay. Colts -3 is kind of surprising. You say you like the Titans -1?
Yeah,
Yeah?
of course.
What do you think of the final score? What are you thinking?
Maybe like a 27-20.
27-20 Titans.
Yeah.
Who leads the game in rushing yards? Not the Titans, the game. Could be a Titan.
Yeah, that's tough. Derrick Henry.
Okay, write it down, ladies and gentlemen.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza.
Vikings -6.5. The Vikings can win that game by 7. That's cutting it close. 10 maybe. Somebody already said they put their life savings on the Texans. Plus,
So we're gonna take your life
Life
savings and bet it
savings.
for
somebody
you.
said that.
Wow.
+6 against New England.
Wait, who's plus
I
6?
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about what.
Wait, what's the
I
spread?
wouldn't touch that.
Texans.
New England -6.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would not touch that.
What's
I like the
over,
Saints.
the over under is 51. I'd take the over all
Yeah, I'd
day
take
on
the
that.
over on.
Can I like sit up in my seat without being laughed at?
You're so squeaky over there. I like the Saints -9.5. I think that could be a blowout. I really think it could be.
Don't know.
You never know in
Week
week
one.
one. You never know. I picked the Giants to win. I'm not super confident on it, but I can just see it happening. So I mean that tells you what I think about that one. Baltimore minus 7.5. Even though I'm pretty confident the Ravens will win, I actually think it'll be low scoring and close. So you could take the Bills there. Wouldn't do it, but you could.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
Chargers minus 3.5. I think the Chargers are even without Bosa in it, they're a much better team. Chargers usually start off weak though, but I think that's just coincidence.
Sounds like the Chiefs won't have Eric Berry either. So
Why?
I like the Chargers minus
I like the
3.5.
Chargers -3.5 as
I think
well.
they'll score. I think
What
they'll
happened to Barry?
score a good
I
good
don't
amount of
know.
points.
I don't know what's going
You
on.
can bring up that news without telling us what happened?
That's what I heard.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Seahawks,
look into it.
Broncos,
Yeah, get on
Denver's
your
minus
sources.
3. You know what? I picked the Seahawks in our Pick'ems video earlier this week, and I got a good look at their defense. I don't like it. I recently saw their projected depth chart for week 1 here.
You can't change your pickups.
I can't change my Pick'ems, but I'm a little scared for that defense. But my reason I picked Seahawks over Broncos was because I thought they'd be more prepared. Kind of newer faces there for Denver, but Russell Wilson, best player on the field, he'll be prepared. But
I got Case Keenum.
okay.
Sore heel for Eric Berry.
He's
All right,
out
thanks.
with a sore heel.
Well, he had the
This is almost
Achilles-
as
he had the
bad as
Achilles-
general soreness.
He had the Achilles thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Me and Pete picked the Cardinals in the Pick'ems, and I think you guys were surprised by that one, but they're actually minus 1. I do like the Cardinals in that one.
No.
That game could go
No.
either way, but you
No.
see Adrian Peterson starting?
Yeah. AP.
How many yards? How many yards is AP getting? What's the over under?
Okay. Over under 80.
Over, yeah.
You think so, huh?
Yeah. They could still he can get like 100
Solid 85.
Rushing, not just like overall, just
no,
rushing.
rushing. I think he can get over and they still lose. I think he can get 100 yards and they lose.
120.
Under.
Oh, okay.
You're getting out of hand.
I told you I'm not feeling too well.
Okay. Cowboys plus 3. I picked the Cowboys to win, but that should be a pick 'em, but it could go either way. Oh, here we go. Bears Packers. The Packers are minus 7. So I'm guessing you guys would take the Bears in that one.
That's changed because they were 7.5 earlier today.
Okay. They changed by
0.5.
0.5. That'll happen.
I would take that bet right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking for final score? Give me a prediction.
Without saying who's winning, I'm going to say,
We know who's winning.
well, I know who's winning. I already know. 27-24. Bears.
27?
You said without saying who's winning.
Well, I changed my mind. I already know.
20, 28, 21.
28-21 Bears.
Bears.
Who's the MVP of the game?
Allen Robinson.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack just steps
Khalil
in.
Sack.
13.5 sacks in one game.
Somebody told me today
Whoa.
that Roquan Smith was looking out of shape. Is that true? I don't think so.
He's not looking out. He hasn't
just hasn't
practiced.
played,
He-
yeah.
Today, or like yesterday, was his full practice since Denver, the first day in Denver. Like where they had the joint practices. Because he's had hamstring issues.
Hammy?
Yeah, his hammy is like string cheese, I think.
That's not good.
No.
Too much to drink over there. Jets, Lions, the shit fest on Monday night. Lions are minus 6.5. I think the Lions can win that game by 2 scores.
Hopefully Marvin Jones scores too, because I need that.
I like Marvin Jones is a beast. He's very underrated. I like Marvin
Have him
Jones.
on my team as well.
Have him on my. Wait, you're in my league.
He's a
I
heck.
have him on my team.
He's on my team.
No, he's not.
Then he's on my other league.
Marvin Jones.
He's on my other.
He's on my team. Go check your roster.
Yeah, let me check my roster.
Check your alcohol level.
Idiot.
My alcohol level is like Steve Sarkisian level right now.
That's good. It's a good
Wait,
take.
it might be in my ESPN league.
Oh, here's one. Rams minus 4.
Oh my God. I'm gonna bet my life savings on it.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I like the Rams game a lot.
He is on my other team.
I like the Saints, even though it's a lot of points. I like the Chargers. I think that's the 3. That's the 3 I'm going with. Maybe the Titans too.
The Titans line's going. It's going towards the Dolphins.
Can I change my pick in the Titans Dolphins game?
You want to pick the Dolphins?
Pete just
You
gave
just
me the
said,
weird.
you told me I couldn't change my pick.
Yeah, Pete just gave me. I just wanted to see Pete's look, and he gave me a look.
Rashawn Evans and Harold Landry are out. That's great.
Ooh, yeah. I wouldn't touch
What
them.
happened to Evans?
He's been hurt all camp.
What'd he do?
Hamstrings. Those hamstrings in
Those
Tennessee.
those
I
Tennessee
have not been paying
hamstrings.
attention to the chat, so let's see.
But Derek Morgan is back.
Wait.
How many points do you think Royce Freeman has against Hawks? How many fantasy
You mean
points?
fantasy points?
Yeah. Let's go.
15 plus.
15 plus. That's a hot take.
Yeah, that's a hot take. That's mine.
I'd say the over-under is probably...
Say 15 over under.
I'd take... that's actually tough. I'd take the under.
Okay, 12 and a half.
Yeah, it's right around there. I think 13, 14
what are you
range.
talking
Royce Freeman fantasy points.
I hope a
Jinx.
lot. I hope a lot.
What's the over-under?
Starting.
15, what are you taking over-under? I'm
That's-
thinking
that's
around
tough.
13, 14, really.
That's tough.
Okay, on Sunday, I'm locking my door and removing myself from any communication towards another human.
Why?
I think he's one of those fans, probably like me. He
Gets frisky thinking about
rowdy.
the NFL.
Jared the GOAT, though. They play on Monday.
Yeah, Jared's probably over there just getting fully torqued.
Oh, he's just
Thinking
sitting down and
about
watching
football.
football. He just loves football. That's all it
Oh,
is.
yeah. Me too.
Turn on that Red Zone channel. Lock
Yeah.
in.
Watch it nude.
I mean, that's the only way to.
Get wet.
Right.
This is getting sloppy.
You're getting sloppy. You're getting very sloppy.
No, I'll get it together.
We've been live for an hour and 1 minute. How sloppy are you feeling right now?
pretty sloppy.
Where are the drinks at?
They're over there, Pete. No, we're out. You gotta
Oh,
go
we're
get.
out.
You gotta go get some. You
We're
can
out
excuse
and I didn't
yourself.
have one.
Oh wow.
Oh, we're all having some.
That's all. That's how many he had.
Dolphins. I saw Dolphins caca.
Dolphins caca, yeah.
Like cock.
Yo,
like
I
the
gotta take a fat sheet.
All right, go ahead, man.
Shit.
What?
I got the hiccups.
Okay.
Alrighty. Apologies.
Now it's time for college spreads, I guess. Why not?
Spread them.
Oh, there's a game going on right now. TCU is gonna get upset by SMU. No, they're not.
No.
No, they're not.
Maybe.
Oh, what do you know? Wisconsin scheduled another shit non-conference game. Look at them, minus 35.
Jeez.
Not touching
That's why I can't get into college sports right there.
because Wisconsin and other
You
Big
have
Ten teams are.
powerhouses playing.
It's
crappy
Big Ten
ass
football.
I don't care.
It's Big Ten
I don't want to
football.
watch Wisconsin take on New Mexico.
Either do I.
Probably take New Mexico.
With a
on that.
35
I'm bashing the
point
Big
spread.
Ten. I'm bashing the Michigan. I respect them for scheduling Notre Dame. Better luck next year. Better luck. Ohio State played Oregon State. That was a shit fest. I keep using that term.
Shit fest.
I don't know why. Mississippi State minus 7. I'd actually think about taking Mississippi State there. They got a heck of a team. Kansas State, I thought was gonna be a solid team this year. You know, it's only you can't overreact from week 1, but they played a beat up game, and it wasn't a beat up. It was very close actually. Michigan gets their beat up game against Western Michigan. 28 might be much. Don't touch it. Oklahoma minus 29 against UCLA.
I'm just gonna sit back on these college pick'ems.
Yeah, you sit back. Don't say anything.
I'm not in a good place.
I would actually take Oklahoma minus 29. UCLA is bad. Oh, we don't have lines here. Oh, Alabama, Arkansas State. Danny, you don't want to check that one out?
What's that?
Alabama, Arkansas State. That was
It's gonna be a really close game right there, actually.
minus 36.5. Georgia, South Carolina. Georgia minus
That'll
10.
be a good game. That'll be a good game.
I think
But
Geor-
Georgia's
I
gonna
think-
win by 35 points.
I think
35
both-
points.
That's just how it's gonna work out in college football. Come on now.
I think both teams are overrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Ohio State's playing Rutgers, though. Notre Dame's playing Ball State. I would actually take Ball State plus 34.5. I don't think Notre Dame's going to win.
to wear a Ball State hat.
Oh, what are you doing?
They're gonna get roughed up against Notre Dame this week. How you feeling about that?
Good.
Good. Okay. Oh, Washington's playing North Dakota. That's good. Oh, West Virginia's playing Youngstown State.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
Taking the under. Okay. Central Florida's playing South Carolina State.
Taking
Miami's
the over.
playing Savannah State. What are
Taking the
these
under.
games? What are these games this week?
Keep going. I'll keep going.
Clemson, Texas A&M.
Take the over.
Take the over.
Keep going.
52.5. Yeah, I'd take the over. I'll
Well,
take.
college. One team's gonna score 52 points. in
It's,
college.
yeah. Look at these. This is the beat up week, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it pounding week?
Yeah. Kentucky, Florida actually could be pretty close. 13.5, maybe a little much. Penn State minus 7.5. Pittsburgh could win that game. They could win that game. Stanford, I think Stanford will win. Probably be close. I wouldn't touch that. Oh, I like this one. Even though Pac-12 teams scare me, I like Arizona State plus 5.5 against Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
You're taking the over. That's a good take. All right.
Can we get back to something that matters?
You don't like college football?
No.
My high school football team lost 62-6.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jared. But you just got to be better.
10K subs for threesome.
Where's 4 of us, though?
There's 4 of us. Cameraman, come on now.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the cameraman?
How many TDs for Cousins this year?
That adds 5 then. If there's a cameraman.
No, one of us is the cameraman. Pete, think.
Oh.
I'll be the cameraman.
How many touchdowns for Cousins this year? I don't know.
22.
I think he's gonna get more than that.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, I think it sounds like we're coming to an end here.
I've been at an end.
Any last questions before we call it? Recap? You guys want to recap it again? No, that was supposed to come up. We're talking about fantasy Q&A a little bit. We didn't have maybe enough questions, but hour and 6 stream. You know, I think once we have the webcam going and when we have the season actually get going here, well, really we need a week to get past so we can recap all the games. Then it'll be more to talk about. I think it'll be much better.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
You'd have to agree?
Yeah.
Subscriber goes 10K, like we said. If we get to 10K, we'll do a webcam. But I keep saying we might do that sooner. But we have to work on our setup here. You know,
There's some work to be done in the
yeah,
studios.
some money to be spent for that too.
No, just work to be done in the studios.
It's gonna be rough. Please click the like button on the stream or any videos if you enjoyed. Much appreciated. If I were to donate $10, what would you guys do with it?
I'll go buy some drugs.
$10.
I'll go buy some more alcohol.
No, it would go straight towards. It says in the description, kind of explain it, but it would go straight towards supporting Frogs Angels. You know, anything upgrades we need,
We're upgrading the setup in general.
we want to be in a different room. Really, we need a new table. We need. Well, we just purchased mics recently, but want the webcam. So I mean, any donations definitely wouldn't go in anybody's pocket. It would definitely go towards
You guys seeing us.
Anything that helps the channel, and that's a sailor's promise.
What's a sailor's promise?
I couldn't. That's what I couldn't think. I couldn't think of the term, but was that right? Is that the term?
Sure, right.
What's a sailor's promise?
I don't know. I have no idea.
One of the best promises you can give. That's what that is.
I couldn't think of the term. That's that I was thinking of. That's what I got. That's what I got. I got nothing.
But I mean, hey, $10 is $10, so you know.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
$10 is $10. You know.
Danny, talking to the mic.
Sorry, man.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
James Harden's had a shit. Is a shit thick. I was gonna say he's thick. Had a thick shit.
Didn't he say he was going to the bathroom?
Yeah, he came back and that
shit was thick.
and that shit was thick.
Did you bleed? No, I don't even want to know the answer to that.
All right, do we end it?
Yeah, I mean it's up to you. You're the one over there on the
Should we
sticks.
go around the room and have a bold prediction each before we end it? real
Bold
quick?
prediction this week.
Yeah.
Does it have to be about football? I wouldn't have anything besides football, so I don't know why I asked that. I think Junior would have some things besides football, but
Yeah.
all right, Danny, what's your bold prediction before we end the stream here?
Bears are upsetting the Packers. That is very bold, according to everybody else besides me and Ant or Junior. And yeah, Bears.
Oh, can you read that name?
What?
Read the name on the screen.
That's it.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Somebody subscribed. You guys are supposed to catch that.
We didn't see that.
Right here. Who's a subscriber?
Emily Duguay.
Emil?
It didn't pop up on the screen. I apologize.
Thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate it.
He didn't bleed, if you were wondering.
Oh,
Oh,
he didn't
yeah.
bleed? Okay, thank God.
All right, so Danny's hot take for this week was the Bears.
I have a hot take.
I got a hot
Bears
take.
win.
I got a hot take. Hot take.
Another Bears one. I don't know.
We
No,
already
it's
did
not
our
a Bears
picks. Everybody knows from our picks.
No. I got a hot take.
What's your hot take?
It has to do with my pick'ems.
Okay.
I think we're gonna see a Cleveland upset.
Cleveland
What?
upset.
What?
Virginia. Yeah, but if people watch our videos, they already know that. It's nothing new.
Okay, Trubisky throws for 4 tutties.
4 tutties.
With his
Did
hand
you-
behind his back too.
Yeah, he's gonna throw for 4 tutties
And
lefty.
He's kissing titties while it's happening too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's bold prediction is Vikings lose 56-0. We'll see if that happens. I'm trying to think outside the box here, not just a team upsetting another team.
I got a bold prediction.
What is it?
Deion Lewis gets more snaps than Derrick Henry.
Ooh. I think that actually is possible.
See? Come on.
Um,
Tell me I don't get hot takes.
Cordero Patterson leads the Patriots
To the Super Bowl?
to the Super Bowl in total yards, besides Tom Brady.
Bold.
That's kind of bold.
Just bold.
I don't know if it's actually
Including
gonna
kick
happen.
return?
No, just rushing and receiving.
I was messing with you.
Okay.
Are you fully unbuttoned now?
From
His shirt.
from the
His
waist
shirt.
down.
His shirt.
My bold prediction: Deshaun Watson throws multiple interceptions.
It's not that bold.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
You think he throws 2?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hot take.
He's in for a rude awakening.
Who was the first quarterback to get injured?
Who will be the first quarterback to get injured?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. No.
The glass collarbone man himself?
Sam Bradford.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
choice.
not a hot take, Pete.
That's
Well,
yeah.
you asked. Who's the
Not a hot take.
Okay, first quarterback to get hurt that's not named Sam Bradford.
Okay. I'm gonna go
Is it Kirk Cousins? He plays for the Vikings, so I
Way to
maybe.
go, Mr.
Mitch Trubisky.
Whoa,
No,
he's not
no, he's not
He's
gonna.
not gonna.
Trubisky gets hurt. Chase Daniel leads them to the Super Bowl. How's that for a hot take?
And he wins it, and they do a Philly special,
It's a
throwing the
joke,
ball
obviously.
touchdown. Chicago special.
Here's
It's gonna be called Chase Chase.
Here it is.
Chase.
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, Baker gets the nod.
Yep.
Mariota the goal line.
Mario in the goal line.
Mariota.
Don't egg me on. I'm not feeling well.
Baker. Yeah, Baker needs the nod. He needs it now.
When does he start?
Rosen needs
Does
it
he
too,
start
but he'll
this
get
year?
it eventually.
Does Baker start this year?
Only if Tyrod gets
No,
hurt,
no.
if they're really struggling.
Yeah, throw him
Okay,
into a losing
Tyrod's
situation.
perfectly healthy all year. What happens?
And Tyrod plays the whole year unless he's just terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll be that bad ever.
Do you think they'll unleash a 2-quarterback system? Where they have 2 quarterbacks on the same.
No.
No.
If Aaron Rodgers hurts his collarbone, Tony Romo trainer confirmed.
Andrew Luck. That could be another one.
Sudfield over Foles any day. And that's where we're going to end the stream. Ladies and
Terrible
gentlemen.
comment,
Thanks for
Jared.
watching.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned for weekly videos.
We'll see you next Friday, live.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, but Friday live.
Yeah, live.
See you next Tuesday.
Live.
See you next Tuesday.
Or, no, Tuesday or Monday. It's Monday for the... we didn't decide yet.
Pick'ems is Monday.
Well, Monday Night Football.
Yeah, after.
After it's gonna be like.
This is off the stream discussions, Pete.
Off-stream discussions we're having. We didn't
We're having
decide yet.
off-stream discussions
Labor Day
on
really
the stream.
messed up the schedule. You know that whole schedule I made? It was all just bullshit. The whole thing wasn't just...
Yeah, because Labor Day, we
It messed
were
up
actually
everything.
doing some labor.
We were. Follow our Twitter, Frogs_Angels. I kind of recapped the last night's game. I'll try to do that from as many games as I can, but we'll have a recap of the week during the previous week, during the week. Also, NFL and college pick'ems. We have pick'em pools, free to play. Link in the description for college and NFL. Play against us, predict your games. A lot of fun stuff going on here at Frogs Angels. We got you covered.
I didn't have my bold prediction yet.
What was your bold
I was
prediction?
thinking about it. Alvin Kamara scores 30 plus fantasy points this week.
Okay.
I would love that.
You got him?
I got him on both leagues.
Both?
Both
They
leagues.
signed Mike Gillisley though. I think maybe he gets the workload.
No.
I'm kidding. All right, that'll do it for this one.
You never said a hot
Thanks.
take.
Me?
Yeah.
My hot take was what was my hot take?
Nothing.
It was Cordero Patterson leads the. Patriots
That was a
in the-
serious one.
I don't know if it. He
All right, we'll see you guys later in the stream.